Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Cynthia of Cynthia Plans, and today I have a different video for you than normal. I am here to show you my Hobonichi. This is my Hobonichi Weeks, which I purchased over the summer when I was in between planner systems trying to figure out where I was going to go next. The Hobonichi I used last year at a certain point back in 2019, and I really liked it. I kept things pretty functional, didn't really use any stickers at all, and maybe decorated a little bit with washi, but tried to keep things fairly functional and simple, and it really did work for me. I of course got very distracted and into EC again, so of course then I moved into that planner system as my everyday system, and I left the Hobonichi behind, but I did always really love this system and enjoy it. So in between planners this year, when I was changing my system up again, I did use this for planning, and then after I got my ring system all set up, I decided I didn't want to just not use this thing that I paid for, so how could I use it in another way for myself that would be effective and useful? So I turned it into a work planner, and what prompted me to make this video is that I was discussing Hobonichi with a friend of mine, Alba, on Instagram, and we were talking about Hobonichis, and I was telling her that I had decided to start making this my work planner. So every single week I go ahead and get myself some notes for every single day of the week. On this particular day was our monthly statistics day, where we report important business statistics to our administrative team and also our board of trustees. And then I do have certain types of content that I do have to manually publish. If you didn't know, I work in social media, so that is what I do every single day. And working in social media means that while a lot of what I do set up as automated and I don't have to do a lot manually, there are still some things that I have to publish manually in order to get that stuff out into the world. So for example, up until recently, it was a little bit of a challenge to schedule any sort of IGTV videos, so I would have to publish those manually, and actually even still to this day do publish my IGTVs manually because I'm very particular about the cover photo that I choose for our videos at work and all that sort of stuff. So there are some times where I do have to manually post content instead of having it go through a scheduler or automated system. So I make little notes to myself every single day when I have an instance where that is necessary. I also publish these Instagram stories to our Instagram every single week to let people know about our upcoming classes and events. So every single Friday we post the coming week's schedule to keep that front of mind for customers. That's essentially what I've turned this side of the planner into. And then I turned this side of the planner into a habits section, and you can see that I called it habits on this particular week, and I guess I must have missed it when I did this week. I'm using an old spread because I like to protect the things that we're doing at work and not share it all right away, since it is business information, and not that it's super proprietary or anything like that, but I do like to wait a significant amount of time before I start sharing stuff about work, or I'm very careful about the things that I do share about work. I did go ahead and set up a daily habit system here, so I have about 3 systems that I like to check every single day. So the first one is the SS inbox. That is our Sprout Social inbox, and our inbox collects and aggregates all of the different messages from customers, either direct or indirect, on our social media platforms that we're on. And so I go in there every day to just monitor and see if people have questions or need help with something, or if there's a potential PR issue, making sure that I forward that to our public relations administrator and all that sort of stuff. The other thing that I try to do every single day is check Trello, which is a project management tool. If you're not familiar with it, I recommend it. I think there are other programs that are out there too that, you know, everybody's got their preferences and you may like one better than the other, but for our team we've really liked Trello so far, and that's what we use basically every single day. Future weeks I added Jira to this list. Jira is a tool that's a project management system that is a little bit more advanced. It's mostly used in the tech industry, I would say. I don't think the average consumer or user uses Jira. We actually had our Jira system custom set up for us by our IT staff to manage all of our creative requests. So anything, you know, if staff need graphic support, posters, flyers, videos, photos, all of that kind of stuff, any kind of creative content. That's the system that we use. So I try to look at that every single day to make sure A, if I have a graphics request that I need to submit, that I am doing that, or B, following the requests that are of interest and importance to me, and kind of keeping an eye on where that project stands. So I try to do that every single day. And then message approvals are also related to Sprout Social. So I do have a coworker that will write content for Instagram, select photos, all that kind of stuff, and then it comes to me and I review it for approval, check the copy, check the tone of the message, check for any typos, that kind of stuff. So that's a collaborative effort between she and I try to go in there every single day. So with the exception of the Sprout Social inbox, basically the Trello, Jira message approval habits are habits that are not, mandated. I don't always have to do those every single day, but I do try to do them every single day so things don't pile up on me. But the Sprout Social inbox, I absolutely check every single day. So that's definitely a daily habit. And then over here, I went ahead and put a to-do list. So these are all the different things that I had to do during that week. And I just keep a running to-do list. I start with the things from the previous week that I didn't get to do and start with them at the beginning and usually mark those priorities since I don't want to go yet another week of not doing them. And then I will go ahead and just keep adding to the list during the week. And that is essentially how I've been working in this time. So you can see this particular week, I had a lot going on. So I got through basically every single one of the rows of available space to write in. So that was definitely a busy week for me. And then if there are any tasks that I don't have time for them, or I just haven't had a chance to get to them, and I do feel like they're important enough to migrate to the next week instead of just skipping over, then I highlighted them with my Mildliners, and I can share those with you really quick. So I just use my Mildliners to go ahead and identify those different tasks, and then every time I completed a task, I went ahead and checked it off. So that is essentially how it's working for me every single week. I try to make it look a little bit fancy, and so I'll hand letter each day of the week, and sometimes in other weeks I did go ahead and put washi down, like you can see this particular week I did. It just depends on the mood that I'm in. Sometimes I like to put washi, sometimes I don't really care. As I said, I try to keep this pretty functional, so I don't try to get too caught up in or hung up on the idea of decorating. That's what my weekly planner is for, and I'm really just trying to focus on not getting bogged down by trying to make everything look pretty and Instagram worthy, and really just focus on actually getting the tasks done and making sure that I'm using these systems to help me stay on track with the different things that I have to do. So this is essentially what I've been doing with this Hobonichi system, and it's really been working for me. The other thing is there is a notes area in the back of this planner here. Let me see. And I do keep some notes of things, so if I have random ideas, I'll put them on this page. If we've had meetings about important stuff, I've gone ahead and wrote notes down about it, and then like notes to myself about we have a couple of different cross-functional working teams. So I just went ahead and reminded myself who was assigned to what day of the week for that kind of thing, so I could remember, oh, I need to let Diana know there's something happening on Thursday, and she's the person that normally does content on Thursday, so she's the person that I'm going to want to reach out to. So I use it for that as well. Because I'm not working in the office right now, I don't have access to some of the tools and little systems that I had set up for myself in the office. I mean, I had a post-it that I could literally just look over and see, oh, Diana's on Thursday. And ever since I started working at home, a lot of those little things that I didn't anticipate needing, because never in a million years would I have thought that it would be 6 months later, more than that even a little bit at this point, that I would still be working from home and not having all those things. And some of those things I can go back to my office and I can go to visit whenever I choose to. So some of those things I have gone ahead and brought back, but not every single thing it's realistic for me to have here in my bedroom, which is where I work. I have a little desk set up in, or not a little, but a desk set up in the corner of my bedroom, and that's where I mainly work from. So it's just not realistic to have all the things that I had in my regular office available to me in my home office right now. So that's essentially what my working from home planning system is looking like and how it's been working for me. So this is going to be a short video because this is really just what this is about, is to show you how I'm using the Hobonichi for work planning and to give you some ideas of how you could potentially use it. But that is it. So if you have any questions about this video, feedback about it, anything like that, please leave it in the comments. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. You can do so by clicking the button below, and please click notifications so you know when my newest video comes up. To all of my long-term viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for watching yet another video. Have a lovely day.